Howdy. Patreonify.com. Become a patron. Please.
It sounds so bad. I have to say, this is the worst intro music ever.
Is it the music or is it the stem player? Hey!
Both.
It's both, and welcome to the Conscious Club Podcast here on the Conscious Club Podcast YouTube channel. And if you're just listening to the show on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, you're missing out. Huge time. Hugely. And I just want to say, yeah, we are the Conscious Club Podcast. This is Tori. I'm Indy, and we have producer Daniel here.
Afternoon.
Or
whenever it is.
Great to see you. Yes, so subscribe to the YouTube. If you're watching right now, like and subscribe right now. I know everybody has to say that, but just go and click it, please. Thank you. It helps us so much. Also, I don't know if I can control this damn audio thing. Daniel, if you could, I'll just
What would
pause
you
it.
like to do?
Never mind.
On the rocks.
On the rocks here. Also, we have
it's
a
on 'em.
yeah, no worries. We have a Patreon. It is patreonify.com. I bought the great digital real estate that is patreonify.com.
True.
Redirects you to our Patreon, and right there you can help tip us, help the show. We don't do the show for money, but if you want to help us, that's a way to show support for the show. And also our patrons. We do have 2 patrons. We're super excited to announce Danny and Tommy. Thank you guys so much, loyal listeners, and auditors, and just general lovers of the Conscious Club Podcast. So we very appreciate your patronage. Yeah, and if you want to go over there, just go to patreonify.com and help us out, because we love doing the show and we love being supported. We also have suggestions from our Patreon. So I know Danny and Tommy just hit us up on the Instagram anyway, but what's the Patreon suggestions for this week, Tori?
Yeah, so Danny had a question kind of following up on our last month's episode about scarcity, which I think we briefly touched on. And he was wondering if we could discuss the scarcity model of Vulf versus the opposite of that with Tori, and even Scary Pockets, like putting out songs each week and like multiple albums a year sometimes for Tori. And like he has kind of a similar take that we do, that like he doesn't necessarily think one way is better, they're just different, and it's interesting to see the pros and cons of each.
No, this is a tried and true topic here on the Conscious Club Podcast. I think we've I don't think this is necessarily like we've beat this dead horse, because it's hard to do over the course of years to do that.
Yeah.
But we've definitely touched on this before, and I want to say that just as a disclaimer, what got me at first with all of this scarcity is that, it's not the scarcity itself that makes it valuable, right? I don't think that if there's a one of one, there's lots of one of ones.
Yeah.
But most of them aren't valuable.
It has to have a quality to the content,
right,
to the product.
Right. So I think, considering that, there's pros and cons to both of it.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. There's pros and cons. I would say that I kind of lean towards the more scarce way, the way Vulf does it, just because it's hard for me to keep up with how saturated everything is. Like,
you want to be included.
Get overwhelmed with the amount that there is to listen to, between all the different ancillary, people. Yeah. Especially like Corey, and I would say like my real excitement is for the next Vulf album, like a lot of people, just because we haven't had one since 2020.
Right.
And like that even is technically considered a compilation album. It's not necessarily a album.
Yeah, if you want to call it that, yeah.
So like that's the way it's listed on Apple Music. So
yeah, and I think
for that.
Alluding to the scarcity part of it, not having a release since 2020. is scarce, you know? Like, I mean...
You too, baby.
Yeah, I mean... But then there's the thing where it's like, I want to be a fan. I want to be included, but I also don't want to, like, spend my whole week with my ear to the ground.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of what you have to do with Corey. God bless.
And everyone else.
And everybody.
Fear.
No, I'm saying particularly Corey. Like, it's really hard to keep up. And, like, the thing I'm talking about, like, say if I listen to a Corey song that's a little bit older and I want to talk about it, it's like 4 albums ago. You know what I mean? So it's like you kind of have to talk about it week of, which is great. Like, I wouldn't want to change him, you know, any other way. Like, I want Corey to be Corey.
His work ethic is insane. Like, so insane. Like,
right.
And I mean, he's a dad and, like, has a family and he needs to make money. And I am so impressed with everything he's able to pump out. And
100%.
You could say he's in the peak of his, you know, career right now, and he's really taking advantage of that. And I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
You know?
It's not just his music, the videos he puts out. Top-notch quality. He puts money into everything he does. He's touring. There's so much going on. But like, what's so weird though? I want to tie it back to the scarcity thing because I don't want to get too torn off the subject here. Like, it's so weird how you can not be scarce.
I know.
And be so valuable. And I think honestly, like my con with that, with like, I don't want to keep my ear to the ground all the time. It's hard to keep up. Like, I think that's an okay compromise. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's fine. Like, I guess what I'm saying is, like, the point of it is, like, every time I come back to listen to something, there's more to listen to, which is great. And you don't really get to say that a lot with a lot of the bands or groups or artists that we listen to, because it's also like, I know Daniel, you know, you and I are Real Big Fish fans, Aquabats fans, and it's few and far between those albums, right? And so, like, the scarcity model, even playing within a genre of ska music that's not even necessarily popular or even monetizable anymore, really, like where you see the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones have broken up. You know, it's interesting that the scarcity part of music distribution has to be a good balancing act, right?
Yeah, you know what's interesting, in somewhat of the difference between the bands. I mean, I agree with everything you just said. Something interesting to note is that Vulfpeck's lineup hasn't changed. It's grown a little bit in the last decade. But ultimately, when you talk about a lot of other bands, and like large discographies, you talk about differences in sound because you talk about differences in the people involved, you know?
So true.
Aquabats, Real Big Fish, you know, 2 examples of that, where their lineups, and many bands, like their lineups just sort of change over time. Sometimes, you know, if you change a guitar player or maybe like your harmonic vocals, you get massive changes in your actual sound. Vulfpeck, I mean, you know, they'll add on some guests here and there, but like that core 4 hasn't changed since 2011, right?
Right.
You know, it's
since the beginning.
Right. It's like that. I don't know. It's like mom's recipe. You know, it's like, you know what I mean? It's never going to change, and it always tastes like that. You know, and the second, like, another ingredients. That's what like when you add ingredients, it only makes it better.
Spicing it up.
When you spice it up, right? Yeah. So it's like that's a really interesting parallel you make there, Daniel. So interesting conversation. I want to say to put a like a cherry on top of that scarcity thing. Just put out what you want to put out. Yeah. And if you come across a strategy, go do that.
Whatever
you know, it's like I wanted to go, like, when I found out about Vulfpeck and Jack Stratton and the industriousness and the shtick and the business acumen and everything about it, I was just exploded with opportunities in my own head of what I could do given that scaffolding.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that's a super valuable thing that everybody gets from Vulfpeck music, that transcends music, that transcends, like, that's why there's such a big community.
Yeah.
Is because that's their bread and butter. Is, you know, they focus on the highest quality output, and if you know, there's a global pandemic, they don't have to record.
Hell no.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's what's interesting about Vulfpeck, because it's a like a frame of time, right? Like this is who they were in 2011. This is who they grew up to be. This is who they are. But like we don't know who they are now because of the pandemic, right? Like it's interesting. Like what is this greatest hits mill? Yeah. You know, like what's going to come out of this?
Speaking of pandemic,
yes,
Vulfpeck. Their core 4 and even more members are based geographically in wildly different locations, right?
Yeah.
Whereas Cory Wong has done some solo stuff. He's released some old stuff. He's got his kind of like crew out in the Twin Cities and stuff. So it's like it's different opportunities as well.
Yeah.
I think if you kind of look at it like a superhero Avengers kind of like lens, it makes sense because it's like they're all superheroes in their own right. Right, they're masters of their craft, and Woody's got his own thing, Theo's got his own thing, Jack's got his own. Everybody's got their, and Joe's got his own thing, and that's what's great because I think it's like I don't know, was it SpongeBob or something where it's like where all the fists come together with the rings, or was that Spider-Man? I don't know, you know, like everybody comes together like. It was a cartoon like when we were young, and like 5 fists come together.
It's a trope. I think that's been in multiple
Captain Planet,
things.
isn't it?
Captain Planet or something like that, where like the forces that be come together to make something bigger than themselves, right? And that's what I think. Ooh, sorry, STEM player. That's what I think Vulfpeck does best because you don't need a time frame distribution model or a distribution schedule for that kind of stuff. It needs to be magical. It needs to be cultivated. It needs to be grown. It needs to be, you know, there needs to be care there, right? Yeah. Am I going on a tear?
No, not necessarily.
I think you're
still on topic here.
Okay,
but
I was on a tear.
To
quote Mushy, yeah. But scarcity, everybody. Thank you, Danny. You contribute so much to the show, and also he mentioned on Patreon that Theo's 1974 Telecasters for sale. I don't know if by the time that you're watching this now that it's been sold, but look at this bad boy. Selling my 1974 Fender Deluxe Thin Line Telly, a beautiful guitar in excellent shape, refretted expertly by longtime tech. Interesting. Super light, semi-hollow body, very thin neck, profile easy to play with the best bark/quack middle position sound I've ever heard. Oh my gosh, I'd never heard of a bark quack middle position sound, but geez, that's got to hit the spot.
Don't forget that dark neck.
Yeah. So
dark neck position.
God bless
sound.
Yeah. So I mean, to whomever gets this guitar next, may your heart break, as they say, as I say. So
beautiful, isn't it? It's probably sold by now, don't you think?
Probably. I mean, he's a interesting fellow.
Yeah.
Of notoriety.
So
great.
Cool.
Yeah, and then also of our patrons, the beautiful Tommy does music. The young man who is such a virtuoso that Cory Wong himself has knighted. Has basically played the entire Fearless, not basically, he has played the entire Fearless 3 album, note for note, on one take. Tori, cue this up. This is insane.
Maybe I'm wrong now.
No, I don't. Maybe, I don't know. Oh!
Wow.
Skip around, Tori. This is incredible. He plays every song incredibly.
He's so good. Wow! He's got his little snake face, too. I love the birds on his guitar. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, bass now.
Oh, yeah, because Cory switches to bass. Oh,
gotta say, Tommy, keep going. You are so talented.
Oh.
Never stop.
Never stop. Keep going, buddy. Oh my God. You know, Daniel. You remember?
So good.
I if I could find the video, I'll put it up. I'm sure it's on YouTube. I can rip it. But do you remember when we were in my mom's computer room making videos for YouTube to music that was, down to Mephisto's Cafe, Streetlight Manifesto? We've done what he's doing.
I don't know. Once I was brought up, I don't know if we're playing.
What do you mean? You're on screen right now playing trombone fakely.
But no. Fair.
No, but think about it, Daniel. This guy, this is where he's at right now, where we were 10 plus years ago.
Think about where he's gonna be when he's our age.
Yeah, I mean, we're sitting in CHOBO Studios 10 years later. This guy's gonna be in the Grammys.
I know.
Yeah, he probably
Tori
will.
Wong, huh?
He probably will be. I want to know his answer to that scarcity question, as he's obviously, for someone who's like Cory Wong's actual artistry speaks to him as much that he's able to replicate it in this way.
Right.
I wonder how he feels about that kind of output and getting to explore that much of an artist that he really enjoys.
Oh yeah, he's listening right now. I'm definitely sure about that. Comment below, Tommy. What you think.
Let us know.
Because honestly, I think if you don't stop and you just do what you love, get better, work with people that are better than you. I think that's a key. Always work with people that are better than you, and that will just level you up, and you'll look back at these videos in your bedroom, in your jam room, in 10 years and go, wow, look where I started. And it's all because of you wanted to do what you loved, And I got to say, Cory Wong, as a motivator,
such a good.
Cory Wong made this happen. Yeah. Just through his energy.
What a good person to strive to, be like. And
I know. Yeah. We love you, Tommy. Thank you, Tommy. And what else do we have here, Tori?
Should I share where he was yesterday and who he saw yesterday? He went to see Mark Lettieri yesterday.
Oh, Space Bar. Oh.
Here they are.
Hey. Look at that.
There they are.
That's great.
He's getting out and about and seeing people he likes. So cool.
That's awesome. Remember that the Space Bar is always there for you, Tori.
Okay.
Just trying to make it easier here on the Conscious Club podcast.
Should we do our shout out to Timberwolf?
Oh, huge!
These amazing, amazing drawings. These prints that she sent over. This one is Corey, or this one is Woody.
This one's Jack.
Oh my God!
This one is Theo.
Incredible.
These are unreal.
Aren't they?
Know.
This is Joe Dart.
So talented. The Joe one is so great.
What an incredible
let's
artist.
Leave him
wow.
up in front of us here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's this one.
Beautiful.
And this one. Oh, the thing's on upside down, so I can't. But the Theo one I did
I put it in
show.
upside down. I'll do
upside
it while you could talk while I do it.
But yeah, these are amazing. Thank you so much to Timberwolf. And we do have more of their cards, right? For patrons?
Yes, we have 3 cards. 3 packs.
3?
Daniel, right next to you, the 3 yellow and blue packs. Look at this.
Woo!
Oh my gosh. Isn't that incredible?
Trading cards.
Timberwolf, I haven't opened them. I really do want to open them to see what they're like inside, but I didn't want to damage your artistry. And I know it's just Scotch tape over paper, but it's
nice.
Timberwolf Scotch tape over paper. So if you want this, you can go onto the Patreon, patreon.com/The Conscious Club Podcast, or go to patreonify.com.
It's a random 6-pack. How many of these? I need to look into these.
Yeah, she gave us a 6-pack, and or maybe it was a 5-pack, and
hopefully they have some left though, because I know a lot of them got burnt in her car fire.
Oh,
Yes.
God.
Actually, yes. These were the last remaining, as from what she tells me on Instagram, the last remaining from her car fire.
Oh, that's awful.
So these are, talk about scarce. These are
Talk about scarce.
very scarce. Now I got to move these so the light shines on them.
But yes, are we going to hang these, right?
We will hang them.
In where Daniel is sitting?
Yes, I just saw them in the shelf today. I put the frames on last week, and I put them on the shelf, and I forgot about them. So my bad, Tamberwolf. Next time, this will be behind Daniel. So
Love it.
all right.
Awesome.
Thank you,
so
Tamberwolf.
We have some stuff from the Instagram story.
Oh, yes. We have so much to go over from the Instagram. You know, what's great about the Conscious Club podcast is that the people are just so great. Engaged. And you know, they're just wonderful people. So Vulf or Police Box, the Bill, as he's known. Police Box.
I remember him.
Bill. He has made the Vulf, which is the Vulfpeck repository for all the concerts that have ever basically happened. You can go to his YouTube channel. I think it's just Vulf. Yeah, and he's releasing, as of yesterday, as of the time of posting this podcast, a 4-part retrospective on Bernard Purdie with Vulfpeck, and we have a little trailer that we can play here. Let's listen to a little bit of it.
So cool that he did that.
I love Purd. Oh. I gotta say, this is great. Premiering March 27th, 2022 at 2 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Wow, never seen CDT before. Bill, I gotta say, you're on your time zones.
Well, he probably lives in a central.
I know he lives in the central area, but I gotta say, the CDT. Daniel, have you ever seen CDT? Gotta love the CDT.
Rarely see CDT.
Yeah, it's a rare thing.
That's a very rare thing.
So here's his page.
Yeah, it's his page. Vulf, go to it. It's
he's good on the subscribers. I gotta say, Bill.
Okay,
dang.
Bill. Okay, how about this, Bill? Could you tell your subscribers to subscribe to our podcast, because we need. You're 8 times the size of us, baby.
Ads on Vulf to try to get some subscribers.
Bill, could we do ads? Okay, how about this? Let's make an ad for him right now. He could clip it and put it on his head. Okay, right.
Okay.
Hey, thank you for. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Hey, thank you for watching Vulf. Isn't this a great channel?
Fantastic.
This is a fantastic channel. This is Tori and Indy from the Tori and Indy Show and the Conscious Club podcast. If you like Vulfpeck, sorry, let me do this one more time.
Yeah, why'd you mention our other show?
Because we just recorded it 2 days ago, and the shtick is still queued up in my RAM.
Shtick.
Okay, Vulf ad take 2. Hey, do you like the Vulf channel? Well, you will like the Conscious Club podcast. It's a podcast all about Vulfpeck, hosted by Tori.
Hello.
And me, Indy, and we have a producer, Daniel. Hey, Daniel, how you doing?
Oh, hey.
Hey, yes. And if you want to watch a great podcast about Vulfpeck, go to the Conscious Club podcast. Thank you. Great. There you go, Bill. Snip that, take that, and please put that in any of your future videos, because you getting views, my friend. 500 views, 23K views, 14K, 500. Oh, he's getting views, baby. So Bill, if you like the Conscious Club podcast and you're not going to subscribe to the Patreon, maybe you could consider supporting the show that way. So thank you, Vulf, thank you, Bill, and thank you, Police Box, all of which are the same person. Next from the Instagram is our dear friend Aiden, and Daniel. I know he's great. He's great with the questions here. He says, review their silent album. And I did a funny. I got many laughing emojis back on the story. But here's my scathing review of the silent album. And next we have Danny Wood at Usacree. Never got that. Usacree. Love Usacree. Love you, Danny Wood, and we love the Daniels here on the Conscious Club podcast.
Connoisseur of the Dannies.
I gotta say, there's no more named person that contributes more.
Danny and Daniels contribute the most to the show. 100%.
Yeah, 100%. He says more Vulf style.
I thought he said Vulf trivia.
No, actually, that was
last
Tommy.
night. You told me
that was Tommy on the Patreon. So Tommy on the Patreon requested weeks ago for more trivia, which we're going to bring you this episode.
That today. But Danny, thank you so much for loving Vulf style. I love it too. Let me tell you, I am 3/4 of the way done with the next one for next month.
Great.
So you're getting more Vulf style.
Yeah, and you know, if you go up one more higher tier, she'll get it done that much quicker.
Hey, no.
I'm just kidding, y'all. Yeah, it's a Conscious Club podcast. We're here. We're queer. We're making it happen.
We're queer.
All right. Next on the Instagram is Cody Sin Paintings, and he says, okay, and this is he didn't mean this to sound like a gut punch, but I took it as a gut punch.
Oh no.
He says, why hasn't there been any Vulf members as guests on your pod?
We haven't reached out to anybody, but we will.
We could. I mean, honestly, and I said this on the story, but honestly, I don't know if I really want to meet my idols, and honestly, would my idols even respond to a thing?
Corey would.
I've reached out on Instagram. Yeah, they give you. Corey gives you the time of day. I'll say that. He responds to you. He's a loving man.
Jack is almost impossible.
I honestly don't want to burden them with our bullshit. Honestly, like. What do you think, Daniel?
Make a face.
I mean, because honestly, I would consider myself a musician, like just as a person, because I've played music, I've learned music, I've took 10 years of guitar lessons. I can play music, but I don't do that. I really don't play a lot, other than.
But we wouldn't be contacting them as like musicians. We'd be contacting them as TCP.
Right, and I was getting there. Yeah. But they're heavy hitters.
Woody bird watching episode when?
I'm so down for that.
Oh, the Chicago field segment.
If we get enough patrons, we can definitely go do that. That should be one of our goals on Patreon.
Yeah. To do one of the goals on the Patreon. We'll go to bird watching, and we'll take Daniel with us.
100%.
And he'll be he'll have the H6. Carrying around the H6 like Jack Stratton and Antoine Stanley in the field for 3-on-E.
I love that.
And we'll give him a huge, the Vietnamese hat?
Oh, yeah. I remember
the sun hat. Yeah. But thank you, Cody. We're
not saying it won't happen.
We're not saying it won't happen. I just it hasn't been a priority for me particularly. Only in that I have a particularly high rate of anxiety that probably the other two people here can attest to. That is quite true and probably an understatement. And can you just imagine the amount of anxiety I would have if any of the Vulf members were coming here? I'd be shitting bricks. I don't want to meet my idols, guys. I want them to be demagogues.
I feel like some of them, though, would be less anxiety-provoking. Like, I feel like Corey would be really chill. Antoine would be really chill. Joey would be really chill.
No, I'm saying that here's the thing. What's keeping me from growing is me. 100%.
I love this really deep, like, therapeutic moment. Yeah.
No. Honestly, would you say that most of our lives, what keeps us from growing is ourselves?
Yeah.
Rather than external factors.
Yeah.
That's 100% true. And I got to say, Cody, you hit a chord with me today, and I don't know if I like it.
I like it.
No, I'm just kidding. It's an interesting thought to entertain, though. No. Yeah.
I'm down.
Interesting. Next is Tommy on the Instagram. Tommy on the Instagram says we should check out the new song from Corey's saxist. Ooh. Sam Greenfield. Ooh. The song called Just One of Those Days. So this is a new song from Sam.
I made some coffee and a piece of toast. Getting ready to start my day and do the most. Brush my teeth, get dressed, and take a morning stroll. There ain't nothing that can kill my vibe. Chilling on the roof deck, smoking CBD.
Oh, that's me for sure, dude.
Got all my work done now, I'm super free.
Hell
Get
yeah.
up off my chair and look down at the road. What the hell am I supposed to do? My car got towed. Just one of those days, where everything sucks, Just one of those days, I've run out of luck. Just one of those days, I've had enough,
That's the
Just
Midwest.
wanna curl up in my bed and give up. There's still time to have a good day. Sit down and meditate the pain away. Take some time to manifest my gratitude. Back on track and I'm good to go. Headed down to the grocery store. Even picked out the things that cost some more. Get in line to check out with my debit card, but it didn't go how I had planned. Insufficient funds.
Ooh, a card you can try.
Just one of those days.
Beans
Where
very on
everything
brand.
sucks,
Yeah.
everything
Oh, the
sucks.
beans.
Just one of those days. I've run out of luck. Just one of those days. I've had enough. Just
Oh, was the seat down? He looked up.
Just those days I've had.
Is he singing with the lid up?
I don't see it.
There's no lid.
It might not have a lid.
I mean, I'm a big guy. Maybe you couldn't see the lid when I'm sitting on it. But he's not big.
Yeah, I don't
He's
see
sitting
it either.
right on the clean porcelain, the not clean porcelain. Anyway, continue.
Woo! Bless you.
Just one of those days I've had enough.
Glade
Interesting.
fam, though.
You make compromises on city apartments.
Glade
Yeah.
fam.
Oh, Glade fam. I gotta say, if you went to Glade fam, Febreze has gotten too big of a market share. I have to say, Glade is so much better, and maybe they're for two different uses. Maybe
They are.
Glade's for air and Febreze is for
For
fabrics.
fabric.
I know, but like, screw you, Febreze.
Febreze gets all over the floor.
But hey, if you want to advertise on the show, gladly have you. Love Febreze.
I've had enough. Just wanna curl up in my bed and give up.
Now talk about a guy who's learned from Corey Wong, right? Like being a saxophone player for Corey Wong, like, and seeing what Corey does, like
Yeah.
he's totally. Now that's interesting. Pause it real quick. Now, it's so interesting that we've kind of come from Jack's business acumen, shticky business guy, like how to approach the internet in terms of content, and then Corey's interpretation of that
Yeah.
into what Corey's made in the past 3-4 years.
Yeah.
Now to then further influence Corey's bandmates to then
I know.
make similar content.
Rubbing off on everyone, eh?
Gotta say, hit the subscribe button on there if you can. Jeez, the guy needs another sub.
Jeez.
Yeah. Oh my
hey.
gosh. But thank you so much, Tommy, for
Recommending.
suggesting that. That was a great palate cleanser for the next segment here. Should we roll into Vulf trivia or should we go to Fearless? What do you say, Daniel?
What do you think, Daniel?
I think you got to interview that guy's jacket. That was amazing. Well, do we make Tommy wait for a big finale?
Oh.
Or actually, I don't know. But
Yeah.
if it's next on the rundown,
I mean,
let's do it.
he's
have
gonna
more
just
stuff
he's
here.
just gonna fast
We
forward.
still have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh,
Poor
so
thing.
wait, why would we switch? Well, you know,
No, I'm just saying pick one or two. Jesus Christ.
Do you want to listen to that crazy Fearless song again or do Vulf trivia?
I want to listen to that Crazy Fearless song again.
All right.
I think first, yeah, I'll see this one. So New Fearless.
This isn't that crazy song, though.
I know, but they had 2 new songs that came out. This is one of them.
Oh, right. Quintessential Fearless sound.
Yeah. On brand.
On brand.
Not as alarming as the other one that was released.
Yeah. Now this ongoing breakdown. I guess I would say like this is the chorus of the song, maybe, or perhaps pre-chorus. I gotta say, it's such a simple song, and when it goes from what we just heard to this verse, A B, it might be an A B song format, but the B part is so like it just gets you. It's like it gets you in a cycle.
Yeah.
Right here. Or is this the A? This is the A.
Yeah,
right.
This is the A.
We just heard the C. Right. So it's ABC so far. ABCA.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna go into what? This is what I'm talking about. The B. So.
Yeah.
And I love because it's so predictable. It's just A, B, C, A, B, C. And it's something like familiar that you like, oh, I get to fall in this like weird thing for a few seconds. You know, like, I don't know. That's what I feel.
Does Jack write all the Fearless stuff? Or does he like let the guys kind of play around and write it together, do you think?
I don't know specifically. I think obviously like the more go ahead and pause it. The second album was a lot of Corey.
Yeah.
Right. So it was like Fearless through the lens of Corey Wong, right? And then like Wong's Cafe was like Vulfpeck through the lens of Corey, right?
Yep.
And I feel like this album, what has a little bit less of Corey as a focus.
Yeah.
In terms of like who wrote the music, I think it's obvious that happened. Like on Fearless 2, it's obvious that Corey took the lead.
Yeah.
Right, because and that was the one at the Sound City Van Nuys, right? Like the cool, they're all angled together and they're all in suits.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one is quintessentially Corey, right? And this one is a divergence from that. I guess a step back, right? To just, I would say, typical Fearless with Jack Stratton's longing for musical challenges, right? Like with this one, I think it's I forgot the song name, but it's the really fast funk that goes into the slow. That we talked about it on the last podcast. That goes in. It's the transition. Remember, we were saying like that was Jack's goal with that song was the whole transition into the slower part, right? To kind of, I guess, take the Fearless Flyers to new heights, to new airspace that they haven't explored yet.
Yeah.
So I love it. Love the new Fearless. Can't wait for more.
I feel like this other one though is like a new For Survival almost, where like I feel like people are gonna be extremely split on this.
The Vespa one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it definitely isn't. You could just pause it. Honestly, it doesn't need to play. It's honestly that annoying.
Well, we know where you sit on that one.
Yeah, you do. It's a great song. It has its place. I think. I think Jack. What do you think, Daniel? You laughed at that. I mean, there's got to be one of these tracks on a Fearless album, right?
Yes. Yeah. No. Fully.
Because when we were warming up the mics, as Dr. Drew says, you were saying, "Who is this?" Like, what is this? And we're saying, this is Fearless. And you're like, this is Fearless? So at least you had that reaction. And I think that was probably perhaps the goal. The artistic goal, other than, the obligatory, annoying Fearless song that's on the album, right? I think Fearless 1 had, it's grown on me, but Fearless 1 had Thiele, right? That was annoying. Fearless 2.
I grew to love that, though.
Grew to love it. Love it. Oh, way loving that. But at first, it was annoying to me. Confusing. And I had to consume it multiple times to really get the understanding of what was going on there. And I got to say, props to Jack Stratton for having such of an onion of a song. Geez.
This one?
No, the man in red, the guy in red.
Yeah.
The Thiele, the Fearless 1. Or maybe 2. Was that 2? That was 2. The Fearless 2. Incredible craftsmanship into a song that I was Daniel, do you agree or take me through your opinion of this? The amount of musicianship it requires to make a song that is at first annoying, but years later revolutionary, and honestly wouldn't think of it otherwise in the discography.
Yeah, they all do kind of wind up memorable, don't they? I'm not going to pretend that I understand the majority of what's going on music theory and this kind of stuff. That is for other fans.
I want to say, for the record, I don't want to give off. I don't think I've even given off the idea that I even know what music theory is. So
I feign ignorance, but a couple of them I do like as sort of like a casual and ignorant kind of listener in that way.
Right, like it's fun, right? It's like a it's like a treat. I think me, Indy in high school, in middle school, would have loved Vespa. Would have loved the other metal song that's Ambush. What's it called?
Yeah.
Ambush. Yes.
Ambush was cool. And Vespa, I'm not gonna lie, I like what I hear of Vespa.
It's good. It's good. And I love that it provokes conversation. It's Jack going, who the hell cares what we do? As long as it's good. Yeah. If you could take a second listen on it and go, yeah, I may be having a visceral reaction to what I'm hearing, but there's substance underlying there.
I feel like Jack low-key loves the controversy. Like, he loves the controversy. Like, low-key, like, he loves setting up a stinker and letting everyone smell it. You know what I mean? He loves when people smell his brand.
Oh, yeah. He loves to stink up the car with the windows up.
He ate 3 cans of beans and he's ready for everyone.
Yeah, he's in he's in the middle seat in the back seat with all the windows up, and he just roasted a fat one. And the child lock windows on. And you're unlock the window. Just let one off. I gotta say, to be in a position to where you can actually do that, where it's like, say, like you start a band out of love for music, and it happens to grow community, and over time you sell out Madison Square Garden. To even get to that accomplishment is insane. Mm-hmm. And I just got to commend these guys.
Yeah. Looks like they wrote this one together, the guys.
Okay. Corey Wong, composer. Oh, the guys composed it.
Together.
Okay. Jack Stratton had no composing.
No, just camera and mixing.
Interesting. Check the descriptions on these videos.
Flyers, Fearless Funk, the last one we listened to. Let's see who wrote that. Same. The boys.
So, interesting that Jack credits himself as mixer and editor.
Mixing and camera.
So, gosh, I gotta say, okay, I think scarcity is a thing to talk about, but also humility is another thing.
Gotta say, when you're the leader is walking around doing the cam.
I gotta say,
love that.
He knows
what he wants. He knows what shots he wants. He knows how he wants it to look. He's one editing, probably.
That's right.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Well, everything's got to go through his QA system.
Yeah.
QC system,
Yeah.
right? Like you had to have some quality assurance, quality control of everything
well
going
do it
on.
yourself.
If you didn't know those acronyms. And yeah, I gotta say, lighting off a stinker is fun. Is fun because like imagine if you had
The
these
grin on this guy's face. You just know.
Yes, like when he hits post on Instagram just to go like his stupid esoteric meme video that he posts obligatorily every 14 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Gotta say.
I was on a tear there.
We love a tear around here.
We love a good tear. Yeah, and I think that brings us to Vulf Trivia 5.
Vulf Trivia 5.
May I urinate before we do this?
Please feel free.
Thank you. All right.
Are you ready for Vulf Trivia 5?
I am ready.
The
Let's do
extra
it.
hard edition.
And patron requested.
Patron requested.
Patron requested Vulf Trivia Live. Let's do it. 5.
5, not live.
Not live.
The extra hard. I think only one out of all of these questions is like somewhat easy, so good luck.
One is somewhat easy?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Good luck.
Okay. Let's do it.
When did Vulfpeck make their Instagram account?
Oh, my gosh.
Just the year works.
2015.
2011.
2016.
26?
I was right? Oh, I was at 15. I was closest, though.
You were closest. How many pairs of glasses was Jack Stratton wearing in his eBay bid video on Instagram?
3.
Daniel?
2.
Correct. 2.
Hey!
Daniel, you have 1
So
point.
Daniel has 2 points or 1?
1.
1, okay.
All right.
Yeah, it was liked by me.
What was the first piece of Vulf merch ever made?
It's a great question.
I know it is. What do you think?
The standard T-shirt.
The black
The
T-shirt?
black T-shirt with the white.
Okay.
That's a good guess.
5.
What was their first release? Maybe like a CD of that EP or something.
2011.
11 would be Meat Pack, right?
Mitpeck.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Meat
So
Pack what?
Like a
Like a CD.
CD?
A CD. Okay.
Oh, well, I didn't account for CDs.
Oh,
okay. No
okay.
CDs.
Okay.
Merch.
So
merch only.
think
Merch
of like
merch only?
something you could wear.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Clothing.
Yeah. No
I want
pressings
to go
or
like
CDs.
maybe like a green Vulf shirt. I don't know.
Green Vulf shirt? Okay.
No.
The V
It's a
hat.
hat.
That was the first piece of merch?
Yeah. According
Really?
to the Vulfpeck Instagram.
That's cool.
Interesting. I've seen Vulf Mom.
The second piece
Wear
of
that.
merch was the maroon long sleeve Vulf sweatshirt.
Love that.
says gold. It's gold.
which our great fan Mandy Sellis, I think her name is Mandy. If
think
you're
it's
watching,
Mandy or Mindy.
we love you.
Yeah.
Thank you. We have it in our closet.
Yeah.
Love it.
We do.
And also, I gotta say, the stitching on that definitely a first product release. Gotta
Yeah.
say. Yeah. All right. The V hat.
What was the first Vulf pressing ever?
Thrill the Arts.
Ooh, that's good. I'm gonna say Meat Peck. Oh, Volmic.
Volmic? It was this 45.
Hot 45. Mr. Talkbox. Wolfmon.
Back
pocket. Yeah, okay. They ran 45 first. For
I know.
sure.
So that's what's interesting to me. The mono neon part of this. I know he floats around social media a lot. Insane bass player. Insane artist. Now, what's interesting to me is that like if he's on the first Vulf pressing, I guess you could say, how come he is never mentioned anywhere else or used at all? Like that's what's so
Yeah, why is it
does
not
Jack
once?
have some sort of like no, not him, like or not him yet? You know, like he has a song for him, but it's not on any album yet.
Maybe the next album.
Maybe he does come
What
back.
were you gonna say, Daniel?
This is a great trivia question. This is an obvious answer. It's a lead single with a very, very B-sidey B-side.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah.
So obvious in hindsight.
Yeah.
Good old Jack, eh?
Interesting.
When was the Vulfpeck YouTube channel made? And it was not the same year as the Instagram.
I gotta say much earlier than Instagram.
The YouTube channel?
Yeah, I want to say... I'll say 2008. Screw it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say 9, but yeah.
Oh my god, my thingy isn't there. Well, I will tell you because it might pop up later. I believe it was 2000.
I'll look away if you want to.
7?
Look away, Daniel.
Yeah, let me go find it. Oh, here it is. 2007.
2007.
Nice.
Okay, you guys are going to have to look away again.
2007, really? That's interesting
2007.
because that's pre-Vulf Records inception, right? That's pre-company.
Yeah.
That's basically everything. He had the idea for this so long before it happened.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. What colors are the birds in the Birds of a Feather music video? There are 4 colors.
Teal, orange, red, and green.
You got 1.
What? What are we
Orange?
doing? The codes?
Or teal?
Green.
Green. Interesting. Okay. I
Okay,
was
Daniel.
dead wrong on that one.
Green is the only one that he got?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's go. All right. Magenta, cyan, and
Let's go with
No, be
Photoshop print colors.
be more.
I got nothing else.
He said teal,
Yeah, I said
red
teal.
and orange, and green.
Yeah.
There
teal,
are other major colors that aren't that specific that he didn't say.
We got a purple in here?
No.
blue.
Yes.
Oh, blue. Okay.
The
we
Vulf
did not
blue.
say blue. Okay.
They were pink/beige because they're like a beigey pink, blue, green, and yellow.
Hmm.
One of my favorite music videos of theirs, I have to say. The animation was so cute.
The pancakes?
The pancakes, the Airbnb, everything about it was perfect. What was the very first video posted on the Vulfpeck YouTube channel? This is very hard. This is probably one of the hardest ones.
I think we've seen this question before on a previous Vulf trivia.
No, we haven't.
Perhaps not Vulf Trivia Live.
No, I don't think any of our trivia.
Maybe it's a very similar question. Maybe it was like the. No, I remember.
Most
I want to
watched
say
video.
maybe it was like the highest viewed.
Yeah.
Very first.
Yeah.
Beastly.
But think about when the YouTube channel was made.
Yeah, I seem to remember there's this video, and I don't know if it's on the Vulfpeck channel or not, but it's like Jack Stratton in like a basement
Mushy?
on like an exercise ball or something, or he's playing piano. Am I anywhere
Oh,
in the
you mean when
ballpark?
he was
Yeah,
the music
yeah.
teacher? When he was the
No,
music
well,
teacher?
he was in the basement of his parents' house, right, in Ohio, or in
Or maybe it was where he lived in Ann Arbor. Because he was in college when he made this YouTube channel.
Interesting.
Is it Jack Stratton?
Is it called like Locks or something? There's a video that's like one word that's like really old and it's mushy walking around a college campus.
No, but that would be a really cool first video.
Okay, I give up. I do
It's
a
very
Dean count.
esoteric. It's called Extreme Tapping, released in 2008.
Oh my god. This is so Jack. is this what I do?
Yeah, basically.
Every day on everything.
Pretty much.
I just drum this.
Pretty much.
That's very interesting because I gotta say, like for the year that was 2007 was that
he released that video in 2008. But he made the channel a year before.
Interesting because 2008 was the time of I want to say the iMac was just getting small enough, thin to the point where it was like an inch, not like a brick,
Yeah.
And I remember 2008, I convinced my mom to get me an iMac or to get her an iMac so that I can make videos.
You bougie.
So that Daniel, actually, the video on the screen that we played earlier and the video that's on the screen that I'm playing right now was edited with that computer.
From back in the day.
Down to Mephisto's Cafe, and Daniel's playing a trombone fake. Right?
It was fake.
It's all fake.
I did not play that. I was not on that.
Yes, you were.
Well, no, but I was playing it, but I wasn't. I'm not the sound. Credit to
right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Soprano.
Trombone fake.
I'm pretty sure it was Mike Soprano on that one.
Yeah, it was Mike Soprano. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Shout out to Mike Soprano, trombone player for the Streetlight Manifesto, and probably many other acts. But yes, I wanted to say this is the year. This is like the age of old school Final Cut, or iMovie that ships with the computer.
Yeah.
Now, iMovie at this time did not allow for this type of technology. So that means, pardon me,
oh my God,
Jack Stratton had to have known video editing software enough to composite 4 hands on top of each other, because that's one hand.
Yeah.
It's not 4 people, right?
Well, he was in college. I'm assuming he probably had a friend or he knew somebody who knew how to do it, maybe.
Right. I guess the point of it, 2008, you're doing 4 camera composite image.
Yeah.
In 2008, with consumer grade technology, Jack Stratton's a goddamn genius. Right, Daniel? Right, Tori?
Yeah.
God bless.
Letting everybody have it.
Extreme tapping? More like I want to extreme tap him.
Oh my God. Jesus. Unreal.
A little of the Costco whiskey for you.
That's for sure.
All right. Next.
Name one of Joe Dart's favorite bassists. I forgot the S on that.
Bassist.
Flea.
Yeah, I was about to say Flea. Yeah, that or Victor Wooten.
Okay. Is Flea a drummer?
Okay, so I want to if there's a TCCP auditor in the crowd, wink wink wink, Danny.
One of his biggest influences.
I think you're wrong. Wait.
One of his biggest influences is Flea, but these are his favorite bassists. I know that because we had an old Vulf trivia question that was about his favorite influences, music influences.
Interesting.
These are his favorite bassists, though.
Great bassists. Pino, Rocco, Verdine. Love you guys. Never heard of you, unfortunately.
Some great names.
How many Vulf vaults have been released to date?
Does Corey Wong's count? No.
Close your eyes, guys. Yes, it does. Go ahead.
Oh, shit.
4 total.
Okay. Daniel?
5.
Correct. 5.
Damn it. Oh, the dart one. I didn't notice the dart one.
Yup.
So, okay, let's go through the discography distribution. So, 2 in 2020, 2 in 2021, one so far.
And long.
Okay.
So maybe one more this year.
I gotta love like fun, like unearthing the like frequency.
Yeah, the
because like that's the thing with all the scarcity stuff, right? It's like this is what Jack's doing. I just need 2 per year. Look at this.
Do you think we'll get Joey next, or who will we get
100%, 100%. Joey Dosick, 100%.
Oh, but you know who would be? Oh yeah.
What?
Joey. Yeah.
Or Charles Jones. Charles Jones would be a great.
Not enough stuff with him though.
Not enough stuff, but
that would be great.
Doesn't mean you couldn't do a Vulf vault with specific new tracks with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the Baby I Don't Know. Do a new version of that on the Vulf vault, plus some Charles Jones. Oh,
so great.
Take me, baby. Oh.
Oh my God.
And what I love
Tipsy.
also I'm very tipsy. What I love about the Vulf Vault is that there's 3 numerals. So we're gonna be
hundreds of Vulf Vaults.
We're gonna be 97 years old. This guy's still gonna be putting out Vulf Vaults.
100%.
You know, it's gonna be Vulf Vault 127. You know?
Stream tapping when?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It gets tappier.
It gets tappier. Love it.
It gets extremer. How many tours has Vulfpeck been on? Dead silence. Crickets.
5.
Okay.
3.
Oh!
Nice.
Wisdom of Crowds was 3 years long?
Yes.
Interesting. Because Sleepify was first.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting how we're technically both right.
Technically, yes.
Oh, that's interesting. That's really interesting.
So Daniel thought about the actual branded tours.
Yeah.
And I thought about the actual iterations of, the times where they go on.
Do you
the
both
road.
want a point?
Love a point. Would love one.
Yeah, if we're handing them out at this point.
Yeah, we're both right.
Okay. What is the top streamed Fearless Flyer song?
Signed, Seal, Delivered.
Ooh, good guess.
But I'm wrong.
Correct. But that is a really good guess. I probably would have guessed that.
Is it one of the shorter ones? Because it gets looped?
Ace of Bases?
Ace of Bases.
Or Ace of Aces?
Ace of Aces.
Okay.
I gotta say that's honestly a great name for it. Ace of Bases.
It should be called that.
That's great. That's actually probably gonna be another song on a future album one
100%.
day. Yeah. Love it. Okay.
All right. What is Corey Wong's middle name?
John.
Christopher.
Yoon.
Chill.
Yoon?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that a Yoon? Is that Chinese?
Yes.
Interesting.
So was his last name.
Wong. Of course.
Yeah.
I'm glad I said Chinese.
His grandpa's Chinese. How many albums did Corey Wong drop in the year 2020? Lockdown.
So
He's
there's
still dropping them to this day.
two trail songs. That was 2020, right?
You want to
Motivational.
tag team this one?
Yeah.
All right.
It's Motivational 2020.
Oh no.
No.
No. Motivation 2019.
But Amsterdam's 2020, right? Or is that the end of 2019? Is that like December 2019? Or is that 2020?
Well, I do remember working out to Corey Wong music, and that was way before the pandemic, because I have not worked out since. So I want to say Motivational is 2019, but not Motivational, but Syncopated.
Syncopated is 2019. Syncopated's got to be 2019.
I don't know.
No, wait, no.
I'm gonna just throw a number out there. Okay, go.
One of them, Motivational is 2019. Syncopated is early 2020.
Yes.
Because I was listening to it coming back from Death Valley 2 weeks before the pandemic hit.
Yes.
So I want to say that. Amsterdam came out following that. 2 Trail Songs albums.
So far you're to 4.
We're to 4. So we've
Any
only got
other
like,
ones?
what, 10 left?
And then there's the Joe Satriani one. Right? Massive, right? That was the single. Massive was the
Massive's
single.
a single.
There's
Massive's
the
a
bald
single.
guy with the red, white, and blue colors on it, like.
But that was on a release. So you can add a release. I mean,
Right,
we're at
that's-
5. What was that the one that was nominated for a Grammy? Was that 2020? That was a 2020 album?
Oh, Meditations.
Mm-hmm.
Meditations with
John Batiste.
John Batiste.
I think you guys are to 6?
I think we're at
6.
6.
Maybe 8.
Damn, 8? Okay, what do you say?
I don't know. I'm thinking honestly we're missing 1 or 2. honestly. Because if those are the ones that we can remember, there's probably more.
Yeah, I
don't know.
am similarly minded, but if I should give a different answer, I'll go 7.
I'll go 8.
7.
Including Flyers.
Wow.
Gotta say, Daniel's crushing you. He has 4 points. You have 1.
1 point. Jeez. Okay, Daniel, next episode, you're going to sit here.
So, yeah. 2 Trail Strong. Striped is the one you guys... Elevator music for the elevator.
Striped. That's what it was.
Tailwinds, Meditations, and then Amsterdam.
Well, okay. Whoa. Tailwinds is not...
Including Fearless, though.
Including Fearless. I don't include Fearless.
Question?
So
I don't.
6. What?
Yes.
Music real estate, does it count if Fearless counts?
What?
Because that's
Explain.
2020, right? The joy of music, the job of real estate.
Oh, yeah.
It's a Vulfpeck album. Is that a Corey Wong release? Or are these the Corey Wong released albums, and because he's a part of the Fearless Flyers as a band member, and he's not like guesting, where I guess he's still a Vulfpeck guest.
Great caveat there. Did you include Tailwinds because that was his lead album?
I included it because on his wiki, it said that it was included when it came to how many he did in the year 2020.
Oh, so you're going off a source that's correct.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Correct.
Totally.
Great. Okay, great. So it's 6. The Fearless Flyers is a different entity altogether, and Corey Wong had nothing to do with its release because Jack Stratton releases that.
So you want me to take off Daniel's point?
Yeah.
No, give him the point. I mean, he could...
But we got to 6 together.
Okay.
1 each?
Okay.
Or 1 to me?
I can't
need
take
it.
the point. I can't take the point.
Okay, I'll take it. Because I need it. Yeah.
Now Daniel's just trying to help you not feel
I can't take the point. I figured out like 2 of those albums.
Yeah. Whatever you got to do.
Name the Fearless Flyers album with embroidered cover art. Hotly debated. Daniel?
Yeah.
Tailwinds.
Yeah, I don't know the others, unfortunately. I mean, I got the song name wrong, so I defer.
Correct. Point to Indiana. You guys are now tied.
Great. Also, I got to say, I don't know if people have said this in the past because I don't really follow it, kind of like Daniel. But the fact that sometimes Fearless Flyers is branded FF, I got to say, also with the recent passing of Taylor Hawkins, no more FF, Fearless Flyers. Taylor Hawkins died yesterday. No more FF. FF exclusively goes to Foo Fighters from now on. Gotta say.
Understood.
And Jack Stratton, gotta respect that. No more FF.
Damn, not even on their merch?
Gotta say, Taylor Hawkins, love you. R.I.P. Taylor
Does look
Hawkins.
good on the merch, though.
No, I think honestly the Tailwinds album art is honestly very lazy to me.
Yeah.
Now Jack may have just gone like, "Oh, that's dope," right? But I think it's also...
I know. It was hotly debated on a past TCCP episode.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
What is Corey Wong's most streamed song?
Corey Wong. No, that's not his song. I don't want to say Lunchtime, but the song that is Lunchtime. You know what I mean? Like
There's
the
Gravitas.
frog or whatever.
dun digga digga dun 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 digga dun. No, that's the Corey and the Long Notes theme song.
My answer's Home.
Ooh. Something with John Baptiste, huh?
I feel like
For
it's
the
got the
streaming
legs.
numbers?
It's his favorite, so I feel like, but there are multiple releases, so
Right.
it might kind of distill it, and it wasn't. I don't know that it was.
Yeah. No, that's an interesting take because I would actually, now that you mention somebody who's on the track of who has notoriety, I would say it's probably one of those tracks.
I don't think it's Optimist because there's 2 releases.
Most streamed song, I'm just gonna go Lunchtime.
Okay.
I know it's wrong, but I love Lunchtime.
Daniel got it.
Damn! Oh shit! My seat is taken.
Get back in it. We gotta finish this game.
Damn, dude.
We're not done yet.
We're not done yet.
What? Okay.
All right. That was our last question, actually. So Daniel did win. I was trying to click to the next question, and nothing was popping up. Daniel wins.
Daniel wins.
Thank you.
I gotta say, Daniel. For somebody who doesn't live in the pack, doesn't follow the pack, you're ear to the ground. I gotta say,
he really did good. Gotta say,
trivia. It's trivia.
Yeah. So we have found Mushy
in the wild.
Krongold.
In the wild. Alive and well.
We have to share it with you guys. So this is some fun stuff. Tori, what do we have? And let me just peep that space bar.
Well, first I want to say I was prepping for possibly doing Vulf style for this episode. So I was like looking up to see if there was Mushy photos like on Google, and I found this guy.
The guy, is that a Trump shirt?
Trump hat, Trump shirt, Trump flag around
Well, I gotta say,
the
I
collar.
was not expecting this at all.
Mushy Krongold.
So, what was the context of this tweet?
I have no idea.
Right. Okay. What's the next photo?
Another Mushy pic.
So this guy on Twitter is
His name is Mushy Krongold, but his @ is Peter
Oh, it's the same guy.
Rosen.
Oh, it's some guy who's taken on
The name Mushy Krongold.
Oh, I see.
Okay. Well, I gotta say, Tori, that was very underwhelming. Thank you so
Thanks.
much for that. What do we got next? Me jamming in 2018?
You gotta fail to succeed.
You gotta fail forward, baby.
It's okay.
She's so
So-
mad at me.
Sorry.
I'm so mad at
It's
you.
okay.
You're such a fucking asshole. God.
What?
That was so underwhelming.
Was it not?
Okay, fine. We'll go to the next clip, which I
mean,
know you'll
geez.
love because it's
Yeah.
with you. So I know you'll love it.
Oh, okay. Jeez. Oh, terrible.
18. Koreatown
great.
apartment.
Yeah.
I found it on my phone yesterday. That's why I put it in here.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I thought that had something to do with the Mushy in the Wild.
Nope.
Nothing to do with that.
Completely separate.
Interesting. Okay. So I thought it was like found Mushy in the Wild and then found me in the wild.
No.
Okay.
No. Let's keep Holy Trinities for next month.
Okay.
Because I feel like we've been going for a while. One more thing before we get to honorable mentions. I was on Corey's website and I found this really cute shirt, which I don't think we've talked about.
Sunny T. Oh my
pod.
gosh. That's the best thing ever. I love it. And it's kind of Vulfy in the blue streams there. It seems.
100% vitamin T.
I love it. Backwards and upside down, baby. That's how you play.
I love it.
I cannot believe that Sunny T can just play a 6-string guitar, 4-string bass,
Backwards,
upside down and
upside down.
backwards. Like Jimi Hendrix, like you know, like he's known for playing the right-handed guitar lefty, but he switched the strings. Like Jimi Hendrix played regular but left-handed with the right-handed guitar.
Crazy.
Sunny T plays it upside down and backwards. He doesn't restring the thing.
Yeah. The only thing I can think is that he taught himself how to play wrong because he was left-handed. So he taught himself how to play left-handed.
So it's a necessity. It was like born out of necessity. Interesting. Well, hey, I mean,
A legend.
hey, I mean, doesn't that just goes to show how good of a musician you are, that you're that good even though you're playing that way?
Yeah.
You know,
It's
interesting.
amazing.
Yeah. Great. Love the
Our
Sunny
last
t-shirt.
segment, honorable mentions, and these were all picked by you, I think, right?
Yeah. Honorable mentions in the Facebook group. I went through the Facebook group, the Vulfpeck, today and got some honorable mentions from the past month. And the first one is the Pi Day sale from Good Hurts. And this is a song made by our great Ginger Root. And you could start playing it any moment as I speak. I'm trying to fill for that. And Mr. Ginger Root made this great song. Discrete math class really prepped me for this song. Thank you, Mr. Bombler at San Marcos High School, 2009. Incredible.
I love it.
Yeah. So that was the ad for the Pi Day sale for Good Hurts.
Love it.
If you're not familiar with Good Hurts, which if you're watching this podcast, you probably do know who they are, go to goodhurts.com for some great audio plugins. Not a paid ad, but hey. If you want to advertise here, we got you, Jay. Or it's not Jay. It's Devin Kerr. Love you, Devin. All right. Next is Steve Cunningham from the Pack. Also really curious about, I want to see him playing the bass on this too. You know?
Yeah.
Gotta say, just a notable mention, honorable mention.
Love it.
Great guy.
Love Steve.
Love you, Steve Cunningham.
Vest disappeared.
The vest, he got too hot.
It's an interesting character choice, yeah.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Fart shark.
And this is the fart shark. These are the women that join hands for greater good. Fart met Shart one day, and where is the dart? Like, is there a dart girl? You need dart, fart, Shart. So
Love it.
just thought I'd show that. So you could find them at your local vegan restaurant, everybody. And this post from the Pack, he's a funky duck or not a duck? What do you vote, Daniel? He's
Gotta go funky duck.
He's a funky duck.
I'm gonna vote not a duck.
He's not a duck.
Dang.
They're both lyrics.
They're both true.
We're both right.
They're both true.
You're
Some
cold.
glass kind of stuff, you know?
Yeah.
How do you like your glass?
Well, I like my glass shardy.
Darty darty.
It's wonderful.
And also, there was a great question asked in the Pack this week that was of particular interest to me because I think it will spawn some good conversation for the podcast, at least to end the show for this week. And that is, what's the best 3-song sequence on a Vulfpeck album? Now, Daniel, I knew you were going to come in clutch with this. So, do whatever you need to do, to look up the albums, and I'll talk it up while you guys look. But I gotta say, of the albums I love the most, I think I love Thrill of the Arts, and probably Real Estate are my 2, I think.
Tell me what your 3 is on Thrill.
3 on Thrill?
Yeah.
Tell me what your 3 is on Thrill. Or what's your 3? I
still gotta look them up.
Okay. I thought it was stalling for you guys.
Ooh, this one's really good. On the Beautiful Game.
Okay.
Animal Spirits, Deantown, and Conscious Club. All 3 in a row.
Great relevant choice for the Conscious Club podcast. I think Deantown, what was it?
Animal Spirits, Deantown, and Conscious Club.
Ooh. Honestly, that is a great 3.
Also on Mr. Finish Line, Birds of a Feather, Baby I Don't Know, and Mr. Finish Line, all 3 in a row.
Yeah, that's good.
Like it, not the best though. I think the Mr. Finish Line of it, great song. I don't think deserves to be in that lineup. But I'll say, if I pull up Thrill of the Arts here, I gotta say the best 3 tracks definitely is not on Thrill of the Arts for me. The best 3 tracks, let's see. I gotta say I'm close with Tori, the Animal Spirits one, the Beautiful Game.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say that's a pretty close one. That's a great 3.
So good.
Yeah, the Mr. Finish Line album. Yeah.
Beautiful Game is so good. But so is Mr. Finish Line, honestly.
Yeah. Also, I gotta. Oh man.
Hill Climber too.
Hill Climber.
Has
I was gonna
lot
say,
of really
guys,
good ones.
I gotta say Hill Climber.
Darwin Derby, Lonely Town, Love is a
Yeah.
Beautiful Thing.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a great 3. Although I would go down the list a bit and start at For Survival,
Of course he would.
and then go to Soft Parade,
Which is the least streamed song in all of Vulfpeck
and then
history.
go to. I think those are 3 songs. I'm heavily biased from that.
Heavily.
No, I do agree. Although Disco Ulysses, Cup Stacker, and It Gets Funkier 4,
Terrible choices.
terrible choices. I gotta
Yeah.
say those 3 songs together. I don't know.
You're off your rocker.
What do you two think about Wait for the Moment, The Birdwatcher, and The Speedwalker from My First Car?
Ooh, that's good too.
Ooh.
That's like classic.
That is classic.
Classic Wolf.
As much as I want to humor you, I'm going to go with Tori's selection. I think
Really?
it is tried and true. It is what you could share with a newbie.
Yeah, I agree.
And brings happiness, brings joy, brings dancing. Different types of things.
Accessible, I think.
Yeah, you got dancing, you got club music with Conscious Club. And Deantown's kind of clubby in and of itself. I mean, it's kind of
It's not clubby, but
Not to mention all 3 make it into every set list.
yeah, true.
right. Yeah. So I think one thing we've learned from this episode is that Daniel deserves to sit where I sit,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
and I have been demoted.
Hell not. I can't play the Korg Volca or the whatever machine we have today.
Girl, it's your vocal. I'm sure you can play better than me, baby.
That's what you call them, girl.
Yeah, I know.
Girl, it's your vocal, girl. And speaking of that, I'll just play the outro music. I was gonna do the stem player, but Kanye, take a break, boy.
All right. Awesome. Thank you guys
All right.
so much.
Thank you guys so much for listening to the Conscious Club podcast. This is the #1 podcast on Vulfpeck, and also, actually, not the #1 podcast on Vulfpeck. This is the #2 Vulfpeck podcast. I just want to make sure that's clear. And you can catch us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, YouTube, everywhere. Instagram, TikTok. Well, I don't think we're on TikTok, but Instagram. Go there, follow us. Please, if you love the show and you want to help support us, please go to the Patreon. It is patreonify.com. Patreonify.com. You can go help support the show there. $5 a month, $10 a month, $100 a month, whatever you want to do. It really helps support the show. And I want to say, if there's any patrons out there who are currently patrons and they want to upgrade their tier, you're free to do so at any time. I want to say thank you guys for listening to the Conscious Club podcast. This is Indy, Tori here, signing off, and Daniel as well. So thank you guys so much for listening to the Conscious Club podcast. We love you. Pretty rocky ending. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for listening to the Conscious Club podcast. Just really quick, this is a fan-made podcast. Jack Stratton had nothing to do with this hot pile of garbage. We have no affiliation with Vulfpeck, Vulf Records LLC, Vulf Productions Inc, or, really anything under the greater Vulf umbrella. We just love them so much. We do this show out of love, not for money. But if you want to tip us, we have a Patreon. That's right. It's patreonify.com. Patreonify.com. That's right. Go over there. It's a hit new craze in the Vulf-sphere. Get over there and help us out. We have many different tiers to choose from. If you have a little extra coin to pass on, you get some extra merch, some exclusive merch. So head over to patreonify.com and thank you guys so much for listening.